Landscape photography. These photos are taken by Ansel Adams, who was an American photographer and environmentalist. Ansel Adams is known for his black and white landscape photographs. Landscape photography is intended to show different spaces within the world, sometimes vast and unending, but other times microscopic. Many landscape photographs show little or no human activity and are created in the pursuit of pure, faultless depiction of nature. This photo by Ansel Adams, which is called Moon over Half Dome Yosemite, was taken in 1960. In this photo you can see the sheer cliff face of Half Dome and above the crest of rock a waxing moon. Adam used a small aperture to create great depth of field and bring details into sharp focus. Ansel Adams used a long angle shot for this photo. This makes the photo appear larger and suggests the feeling of power and dominance. Macro photography. These photos are taken by Robert Thompson, who was born in Northern Ireland where he lived for most of his early life. He is an accomplished natural history photographer, author, entomologist, and acclaimed specialist in close-up and macro photography. His work is widely published in the UK, Ireland, and internationally. Macro is extreme close-up photography, usually of very small subjects in which the size of the subject in the photograph is greater than life size. This photo by Robert Thompson is of a red-eyed frog. Robert Thompson named his photograph Red-Eyed Tree Frog. In this photo you can see that Robert wanted to focus on the frog by not focusing on the background. Robert Thompson has chose to use an extreme close-up angle for this photo. I think this was a good choice because it shows lots of detail which I wouldn't be able to see in another angle. Portrait photography. These photos are taken by Eve Arnold, who photographed many of the iconic figures who shaped up the second half of the 20th century, such as Queen Elizabeth II, Malcolm X, and Marilyn Monroe. A portrait is a painting, photograph, sculpture, or other artistic representation of a person. The intent is to display the likeness, personality, and even the mood of the person. This photo by Eve Arnold is a portrait of Marilyn Monroe. I think that Eve is trying to show how confident Marilyn is through the picture and also how powerful she is. This is shown by her posture and the way she is looking dead on into the camera. I also think that Eve is trying to show Marilyn's looks because she was known for having good looks and being a model. The type of angle used is a medium shot. The background detail is minimal because the photographer wants the audience to focus on Marilyn Monroe. Sport photography. These photos are taken by sports photographer Bob Martin, who is a multi-award winning sports photographer specializing in shooting action, graphic and editorial pictures for advertising, corporate and editorial clients. Sport photography is about catching memorable moments from sporting events which you can look back on. It is a great opportunity to capture some amazing photographs. This photo by Bob Martin was took in the 2004 Olympics in Athens. I think that Bob is trying to show accomplishment through this photo. The photo shows a weightlifter on his knees with his hands up like he is celebrating a victory. I think this is a great example of sports photography because it shows things which are related to sports, such as the weights, the Olympic rings and the sports clothing. The angle Bob Martin used for this photo is a wide shot angle. Nature photography. These photos are taken by 18-year-old German photographer Hermann Hirsch. Hermann is a member of the GDT group of young photographers. He is the youngest person to win GDT Nature Photographer of the Year 2013. Nature photography refers to a wide range of photography taken outdoors and devoted to displaying natural elements such as landscapes, wildlife, plants, and close-ups of natural scenes and textures. Nature photograph tends to put a stronger emphasis on the aesthetic value of the photo than other photography genres such as photojournalism and documentary photography. This photo by Herman Hirsch shows a fox on top of a log in the woods. I think this photo is showing the fox hunting for its prey in the woods. However, Herman could be showing the mood of the fox as it does look a bit upset. I think this is because the fox's head is down and it looks disappointed. The angle Herman Hirsch does use is a wide shot. I think this was a good choice because you can see the environment the fox is in. It also makes the photo more interesting as it's not just the fox on its own.